first of all, we probably need to introduce ourselves, actually, do we?
Well, you don't need to introduce yourself because everybody knows who you are because you're a big head.
Okay, you introduce yourself then.
My name is Lofty.
So, my name is Gemma, and we together are the founders of Essence Wellness here in Maryport. So we thought we'd do a little bit of a
Introduction.
Let
you know what's going on in the world of Essence
Wellness and where it all started. So where did it start?
I don't know where it started, but I know where it's ending.
Give our man. So, where did it start?
Here. Well, I'm just telling any lies, am I? It started here.
Okay. Well, Essence Wellness started here. But actually, if we go right back, it was like, it started with the aesthetics business, didn't it? Like, nearly 8 years ago? And I wanted to do... It was skin that I really wanted to do, wasn't it?
It was all about the skin, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was always passionate about the skin. But then just thought, well, nobody would come to me as a lowly nurse about the skin, which I was really wrong at the time. So I went down the Botox and sort of fillers route first, but then quickly introduced the skin. Yeah. And that's where it actually started about 8 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah.
Sorry, I've just had a filler moment.
Go on.
Oh, that time you put fillers in my lip, eh? Oh my fucking good God.
Except it wasn't filler, it was polynucleotides.
What, in me cracking that crack there? You did?
Yeah, no, it was polynucleotides.
Oh, was it?
You know, I was telling somebody about that the other day. So, do you want to tell that story, or should I tell
No,
because
I get flashbacks and PTSD over it, eh?
So, and you had numbing cream on, didn't you? This is going to put people off wanting to have it, you know, but we had numbing cream on.
No pain, no gain, though.
Well, there is a little element of that has to go on.
It's a bit nippy. It's a bit nippy.
Well, it is a bit nippy. But yeah, so we had numbing cream on. We'd done polynucleotides around your eyes, hadn't we? And there was a little bit left over. So, like, you hated these bits. So we said, oh, we'll put it in there. And you're not very good with pain, are you?
I'm not very good with sensitive parts of my body.
Well, it is quite sensitive around your face. Yeah. Around your mouth, because you've got lots of nerve endings. But what did you do? You had the squeezy balls.
Yeah, and I squeezed the life out of them. They were rock hard.
No, you didn't. You threw them at me.
No, that was just the other day.
No, you did that in the old clinic.
Did I?
Well, yeah, when we were in the clinic at home.
Did I say something? I'm not paraphrasing right now, but...
You used the F word.
Yeah, and stick it up your ass.
And, yeah, that's exactly what you did. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. So I've done it after that as well.
So yeah, it really started there, and you've always been. So initially, you took one for the team, didn't you? You were my.
I'm always taking one for the team.
You were my model, and you let me sort of practice on you. Basically,
I was the first person to have wonky eyebrows.
You've never had wonky eyebrows ever. Like, please don't put people off. You've never ever had wonky eyebrows ever have I ever done that. But yeah, so you were my guinea pig, but then you always want your Botox now, don't you?
Yes, armpits is an absolute must these days.
Yeah, but even when you start to move, you're like, I can frown. I want my Botox.
You know, I'm 50 in 2 weeks' time, like, so...
There is another funny... When you're saying that was last week, so you've actually threw the balls at me twice, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, testing out, so because you're my guinea pig, every time that there's a new treatment, I don't want to test that on my customers. I will only use things on my customers, like if I think... I mean, we've tested loads of things out that I don't think
your customers know what I do for them.
They do, because we talk about it.
Oh, do you? Right.
But we test loads of things out, and if I'm not happy with the results or I don't like the product, it doesn't make it into the clinic.
That last toxin, oh my God, that was awful.
It's quite stingy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you've used it on anybody yet.
I haven't, and this is the whole point. Is like,
but
you are my wussiest patient.
The thing is though, but you went back to the old ways and how you did it, and did I what was the crack with me then?
Well, I know.
Did I kick off? Did I shout at you? Did I throw balls at you? Stress balls?
But you did last week.
So why did I throw the stress balls at you?
Because you said it hurt, but you're just a wuss. Like, let's be honest, you are just a wuss.
No, because you used the other stuff after that, and I never even flinched.
Okay, so let's turn this into positive. What is your favourite treatment that you've ever had?
For results?
Well, just for you. What do you like?
Well, I'll be honest, right? I'll always love the. Can I say Botox?
Yeah. We've just said Botox all the way through.
Yeah. Well, you call it toxin, don't you?
Well, it's botulinum toxin A is its medication name, and to be proper, it's botulinum toxin A. Botox is how it's referred to because that was the company that brought it to mass market. There's now 7 licensed toxins. That's 7 licensed toxins.
And the last one that you bought, the new one.
The new one.
Yeah, tell them to ram it as far up their arse as they can.
I know you didn't like that one.
Yeah.
So, but Botox, that would be your favourite as treatment?
Yeah, combined with a skin peel and thing for the ultimate package.
Yeah.
I think.
But if you could,
I'll be honest with anybody. I have a skin peel and I look as good as I do because of you. But yeah, I do. It's a combination of a couple of them, and it just amplifies everything else, doesn't it? You know. Yeah. So
then we get to the point of where the wellness sort of side started, and that actually came about because I'd had years of feeling shit basically, and not being listened to in the NHS, and I felt like I'd gone backwards and forwards. I was fatigued. I got to the point where I knew it was hormonal. Obviously I'd had my endometriosis and surgeries with that, but I was really, really struggling, and sometimes when I look back I think, how the hell did I have a business and make it work and hold a job down?
Relationship.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're actually married now, so do you know what I mean?
It's amazing what you can get used to, isn't it?
But how the hell did that, do you know what I mean? When we think back, if we think back even just 7-8 years ago, I was really, really struggling. So that's where the wellness kind of came from, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, when you were getting blanked by the NHS all the time, though, weren't you?
Yeah.
It was hitting your head.
And I was diagnosed with early menopause. That's what ended up coming about. And once I got the right treatment, they did want us to go down pain management, and they were saying that it was basically they didn't say it was in my head, but they implied it was in my head, and I should go down the pain management route. And this is kind of what you're up against sometimes, and I just feel that so then I started looking at other ways to manage health, and then I wanted to introduce that to other people, because I'm just actually there is alternative ways to health and well-being, and not only alternative ways but things that can work really well alongside traditional sort of ways of working.
Yeah, without ramming yourself full of drugs all day long.
Yeah.
That's what it really was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, if you think about it, I used to use all sorts of medication and painkillers and everything. And now, I don't even take a paracetamol or an ibuprofen. I mean, I can't even remember the last time that I've used even just paracetamol. All that crap,
or
tramadol.
Yeah.
Tramadol, that was horrendous. So yeah, that's where the clinic came from. And when I rebranded the aesthetics business back in the back end of 21.
I was just about to say 21.
Yeah, it was back end of 21. It actually launched, the branding launched at the start of 22. But when, I rebranded at that time with Essence, but we rebranded as Essence Wellness with a sub-logo. And it didn't look like this. It didn't. It was still going to look like quite traditional medicine, but based on well-being. And then it kind of it was all of a sudden at the back end of 23, wasn't it? And I just got this little idea in my head about the flotation tank and the red light therapy bed, and kind of ran with it.
Yeah, so where did the pressure therapy come from then? Because that was another...
I think that came later, as we started. I don't think that came until we were actually in clinic and starting looking at...
No, but what made you get the...
Because it works on your lymphatic system, and a lot of us... probably based on our own health needs and the way that we live, lymphatic systems often get sluggish, and it's...
I had to go on the new one yesterday and it was brilliant.
You liked it, didn't you?
I really, really did, yeah.
Yeah, I knew because we set off with one, and then it broke, didn't it? It wasn't great. It was great when it was here, but then it broke, so it wasn't great when it wasn't functioning properly. So yeah, we upgraded. and this one's a beast, isn't it?
Oh,
It's
the pressures are unreal, aren't they?
Yeah, it definitely works much better.
But I like the way it works as well.
Well, it's got smaller chambers, so it's working more effectively than what the old one was,
But
and especially around your chest.
I don't
and
know.
your
You just got to
abdomen.
experience it really, because it's starting off there, but there's still all kinds going on up here as well, which I thought was, yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. It's definitely.
It's got arms, and it's got eyes.
Arms. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the eye. You didn't have the eye mask on.
I didn't have the eye mask on. No, so you can have a lymphatic eye.
You can.
Massage.
It does, but again, it's like it warms it up. But I think on your temples, it's just so nice when it massages around your temples. It's lovely. But yeah, that's where it came from, wasn't it? It was, and when we started, it was quite a small. Because we actually had an alternative premises to this one that we're in now, didn't we?
We had a couple,
and it was, really. And they were much smaller than the business idea, but the properties were much smaller than the one we're in right now. And this one's still got room for expansion. Like, we're not utilising the building yet, so we've got a lot of room for growth as we go along. But yeah, so what did you think? Be honest, right? What did you think when I told you about the wellness? And this was before.
What did I think about red light? I thought you were mad.
Yeah, you did.
Red light. What's red light gonna do for me? But red light, eh?
Yeah, you did. But then
no. It was. I've ordered a red light bed.
No, that was quite far down to it.
Yeah. But it all starts off with ideas.
It does.
With ideas, and then when it starts coming into thing, and then I've ordered the red light bed, because I didn't really think you were serious at times,
But what did you say? So because initially my plan wasn't to leave the NHS, was it? My plan was to do the aesthetics, have a wellness clinic, and still work in the NHS. But so when I came to you and I said I've got this idea, that was back in December. In 2023, what did you think?
Well, I just thought it was an idea. I didn't think it was going to go. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere. To be honest,
and it grew really, really quick, didn't it?
Really quickly.
And
then before you knew it, we had a building, and then you put your notice in, didn't you? So you were well committed then, weren't you?
But even that was so. Even when we were looking for when we had that very first premises, right? I wasn't handing my notice in. I genuinely wasn't handing my notice in, because we were going to have somebody that was going to run the clinic for us, and I was just going to be there sort of 3 days a week. So that wasn't in the initial part of the plan. And then as we started talking about it, and then you did think I was a bit nuts when you, I said the longer term plan would be to do this rather than the NHS. And you kept saying to me, "Oh, you're going to give up a good job."
Well, it isn't just right. You're not just giving up your job. It's your pension. You're recession proof. There's all kinds of factors. You've been there. They were at the doctor's nearly 14 years,
12
13?
years.
Yeah.
It was 12 years when I left.
And then 7 years on the ward before that?
I went. Yeah, I'd been working. 7 years before I left. I'd been in the NHS nearly 20 years.
But
you did think I was a bit mental.
Well, would you? Well, no, I'm not. I still. Because I can't say. Do you think you're mad?
No, I don't. No, I don't think I'm mad. I don't. Do I think that it was out of character? Probably. But I don't think I'm mad.
Never mind your boss is seeing it coming. I didn't see it coming.
But then when we looked at the second place that we were going to get, and you went to look at that before I did, and what did you come home and say?
It was absolutely perfect for what we wanted.
And you said, "You'll have to give your notice in."
Did I?
You did.
I don't remember that.
You did. And
I don't remember
no. I says,
anything to you about.
You did. You went, "You're going to have to give your notice in." And I went, "No." I says, "I'm not ready. That's not part of the plan." And then when I went to look at it, and it was because it was going to be bigger than the initial thought.
Because I didn't want the rooms. I wanted the whole building.
So then you said that. But then obviously that went by the wayside. There was a lot, because I think we were really emotionally committed then, and I'd spoke to work and I'd kind of told them that it was coming, because obviously I knew it was going to blindside them. So I'd spoke to them and said that it was coming, and then
the right person.
and then off the back of that, it was yeah, but then when we lost it, I mean, I remember just crying buckets because I'd kind of, although I was upset at leaving the NHS and getting over that emotional sort of, because I was emotionally attached to it, because the NHS
I know,
it's a big thing.
I don't know, it was timing, wasn't it, really? If we were 6 months before it.
Yeah. So no, and so yeah, it was, and it like, and then, you know, I remember the day I actually handed my notice in, because then obviously we found this.
The letter said if you'd come 6 months before, we would have had that.
And the day I handed my notice in, and I came here, and we came here that night with the keys, and we'd come in, and I was like, shit, I've made a massive mistake.
What a project this was.
It was, when you think about it, like what it looked like before.
I'm getting PTSD thinking
I know,
about
I was
it.
thinking, but it doesn't even just seem 12 months ago, does it? Well, I suppose it's like nearly 18 months since we got the keys.
This was just one massive long room all the way to the end, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it does.
The ceiling was all... Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've still got the pictures and the videos. I've got the walk around video from
Yeah.
The attic. Oh my god, the attic.
But everything it needed a lot of work done.
Yeah.
And I think we knew how much work it needed done, but then I think the day I handed my notice in obviously was quite emotional, and then I came here and it kind of dawned on me how big this project was going to be, and I did genuinely think, shit, I've made a cock up.
It's a good job you never said that to me.
But I genuinely, and then it didn't last long, because then I knew, and I had this idea in my head, and actually this room that was sitting in our reception area, like, literally looks like it did in my head. And I don't know, because I couldn't put that on paper. Obviously I had a vision board, but I couldn't put that on paper, so I wasn't sure that it was going to look like in my head, and the fact it looks like it did in my head, I just think is amazing, really. But so coming back, right, there's something quite funny that happens in here, isn't there? So like, we are on the main street, or on the main high street. And obviously we can see what's going on outside.
Yeah, you've got decals going across the window, haven't you?
Yeah, so we've got, like, it's in the
if
centre.
people are walking past, it's their head height, isn't it?
You only see part of what's going on outside.
From like the waist.
But we do get to see what's going on outside. So we have had some quite funny stories while we've been here. So I think it would be good to add in, right, like, what is the curbside crack this week? So let's start with one of the funniest stories that we've had.
One of the earlier ones.
Yeah, it was really early on when we'd only just opened.
Which one? There was a couple. Which one? The alcoholic.
Yeah, you pick that. Let's start with that one. We'll do a different one each week. Go on.
Oh, so I was just sat in the seat here, just watching the world go by. Next minute, this body just, because you don't see the heads, you just see the body. You just see from the waist up to there, up to the chest. And she just turned into the window, pulled a bottle of vodka out, opened it, took a swig, back in pocket, and off she went. And I was just sat there watching her.
No, and obviously she doesn't know that we could see, because obviously we've got part, like, it's kind of part, like, frosted, isn't it? So,
yeah, it's frosted decal, frosted.
Yeah,
that's just one of them.
Funny.
That's just one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want another one?
No, let's save it. Let's do one each week. Because I think that we've got quite a lot of moments here. Let's do one each week.
Call it bollard crack. One of them, eh? One of them's bollards.
Well, that's next week.
Next week's bollard.
You'll have to tune in next week to find out what happens with the bollards outside.
Bollards.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for her that day, like.
Yeah. If you have enjoyed listening to the crack behind the light, and we did call it behind the light because obviously, like, our red light bed is probably a big part of our business. So if you enjoyed listening, press follow and follow us along, because there will be more insights and funny stories to come. Equally, please feel free to drop us a message with any questions that you've had, and we will answer them as we go along.
Yeah, I mean, we're not doing guinea pig stories though.
Well, if that's what's asked for.
Well, we never know, do we?
Yeah, press the follow.
Like and subscribe. I like that one.
Go on then. Go on.
I've never said that before.
Well, go on then.
Like and subscribe.